The objectives of this video lecture are to discuss law of convection and to define convective heat transfer coefficient. So let us start our discussion with the law of convection, that is Newton's law of cooling. So Newton's law of cooling. The fundamental law of heat convection, that is Newton's law of cooling, was proposed by Isaac Newton in 1701. The statement of this law goes as follows. The Newton's law of heat convection states that the rate of heat transfer by convection from a solid surface to the fluid is directly proportional to the surface area and the temperature difference between these two entities. In order to explain the Newton's law of cooling, let us consider a typical case, cooling of hot plate by air. Let us consider a plate at surface temperature Ts and it is exposed to the air at temperature T infinity and convective heat transfer coefficient H. Since Ts is greater than T infinity, that is plate is heated and surrounding air is cooled. By virtue of this air flowing over this heated plate, heat transfer rate will take place from the plate to the fluid at the rate of Q, joule per second. So mathematically, what Newton has found, the rate of heat transfer by convection found directly proportional to area A and temperature difference between surface and the fluid. On removing the sign of proportionality, this equation will be reduced to Q is equal to HATS minus T infinity, where the H is called as constant of proportionality and is called the convective heat transfer coefficient. It is measured in watt per meter square Kelvin or watt per meter square degree Celsius. So these are its unit. Watt per meter square Kelvin or watt per meter square degree Celsius are the unit of heat transfer coefficient. Similarly, I can define heat flux rate from the plate to the fluid. Small q is equal to q by area is equal to h Ts minus T watt per meter square. In this equation, Q is the rate of heat transfer in watt or joule per second. A is the surface area from which convection heat transfer takes place, meter square. Ts is the surface temperature in degree Celsius or Kelvin, and T infinity is the surrounding fluid temperature in degree Celsius or Kelvin. Now clarification about surface area A. In many cases, it is very difficult or confusing to what area or what surface area of the solid object must be taken into consideration. Calculate the heat transfer rate. So let us have some clarity about this surface area of the plate. So A is the surface area through which convection heat transfer takes place. So let us first consider case 1, where only upper surface of the plate is heated. So temperature difference will be existing between upper surface of the plate and fluid, and because of this heat transfer will take place from upper surface only, neglecting heat transfer from the sides. To elaborate this case, let us consider the figure where the plate is heated at upper side only. So temperature difference will be existing between upper surface and surrounding fluid. So only upper surface area will come into picture. Calculate the heat transfer rate from plate to the fluid. So in this case, I can take area as length into width of the plate. Now let us consider the case 2, where upper and lower both the surfaces are heated. So heat transfer will take place from both the surfaces to the surrounding fluid and neglecting heat transfer from sides. To elaborate this case 2, the plate is considered whose top and bottom surfaces both are heated. So heat transfer will take place from both the side. Under such condition, or in this case, the surface area to calculate this heat transfer rate Q from both the surfaces can be taken as twice of length into width of the plate. So this way we can calculate the surface area for the heated object. Now let us define the convective heat transfer coefficient. It is also called as film coefficient. Now from the from the Newton's law of cooling, I can calculate heat transfer rate by convection as Q is equal to HATS minus T. Let us say this is equation 3.2.1. If I rearrange this equation for H, it will give me H is equal to Q over A into Ts minus T infinity. Let us say this is equation number 3.2.2. In above equation, if we consider A is equal to 1 meter square and temperature difference is equal to 1 degree Celsius, then H is equal to Q watt. Now what does it mean? From here I can define the convective heat transfer coefficient H. So the convective heat transfer coefficient is defined as the heat transfer rate from a surface of unit area to the fluid having unit degree of temperature difference between them. That is called as convective heat transfer coefficient. Its unit is watt per meter square Kelvin or watt per meter square degree Celsius, as discussed earlier. Now let us have some more insight into the convective heat transfer coefficient. The convective heat transfer coefficient H is actually not a property of the fluid. The value of H can be determined experimentally, and its value depends upon all the variables influencing convection, particularly the fluid properties. So the value of convective heat transfer coefficient depends upon the following factors. Number 1, thermophysical and transport properties of fluid, such as viscosity, density, specific heat, and thermal conductivity. Since in convection fluid is involved, so all its thermophysical properties are going to affect the value of H. Then nature of fluid flow, that is, fluid is laminar or turbulent, free or forced. Number 3, geometry of the surface, whether it is plate, whether it is cylinder, whether it is sphere, or whether it is any other geometry. Velocity of the fluid, whether fluid is moving slowly or fastly, it also affects the value of heat transfer coefficient H. And prevailing thermal conditions and temperature difference. In the geometry of the surface, the nature of the surface also comes into picture. Whether the surface is smooth or rough, that also affect the value of convective heat transfer coefficient H. Now typical values of H. So as we have defined different types of convection like free convection and forced convection, the value of H will have a typical value. For example, in free convection, The gases will have the value of 2 to 25 watt per meter square Kelvin, liquid 50 to 100, air 3 to 7 watt per meter square Kelvin. Similarly, in forced convection, the gases will have the value of H ranging from 25 to 250 watt per meter square Kelvin, liquid 50 to 20,000, air 30 to 300 watt per meter square Kelvin, and water from 300 to 10,000 watt per meter square Kelvin. As we can see here, the value of H is higher for forced convection as compared to free convection, and oil for 60 to 3,000. There is another type of convection where fluid undergoes phase change, and depending upon whether surface is heated or fluid is heated, the convection is called as boiling or condensation. So whenever there is a phase change, the value of convective heat transfer coefficient is very large as compared to free and forced convection. The typical values of H for boiling and condensation may range from 2500 to 1 lakh watt per meter square Kelvin. Very high rate of heat transfer occurs in case of convection with phase change for the same temperature difference as compared to free or forced convection. So after watching this video, you will be able to define Newton's law of cooling and its applicability, and you will also be able to define convective heat transfer coefficient, its definition and importance in the convective heat transfer mechanism. So with this, I come to an end of this video lecture. Thank you for your passionate listening. Happy learning.